It's the same when people revere ancient traditions, like, the ancient Mayans, the Tibetans, or whatever. And so the thing is about those cultures and those times is that a lot of those ancient civilizations where they had a lot of spiritual advancement, there are definitely things we can learn from those civilizations and those particular traditions. Absolutely, there's wisdom there. But we have to also remember that consciousness continues to rise. And there's a lot to take advantage of now. Okay, so my point simply is to always, whenever you're being taught anything, okay, whether it's like from some ancient tradition or now or whatever, is to scan it against yourself and see, does it resonate with me? What can I learn from this system, from this teaching, from whatever, that resonates with me, that will propel me forward? And then use what it is that propels you forward and leave the rest. Because I've noticed that in the spiritual community, there's like, oh, like the ancient Mayans did all this stuff, so everything they did was amazing. And like, you know what I mean? Like they give the power away to this like ancient teaching. I'm like, okay. In that civilization at the time, there was slavery. There wasn't exactly equality amongst all the people. So the consciousness level was at a certain level. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that there is not wisdom to be gained. There is from these different traditions, absolutely. But my point is the consciousness of the time wasn't like that evolved. You see what I'm saying?
Right, and the key point I think is to give your power away to this time or time in your life or time in history.
Yeah.
That this putting it on this major pedestal and you're missing the present.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your point. Yeah.
Yeah, and also there are people who teach, like, they have like, from this particular time, right? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. And then all of a sudden they become like the access point to this ancient tradition, this ancient wisdom. And then that can happen too, where people will give their power away to that person because they have this access to this knowledge. So my point is, learn from who you feel resonant with. And that's wonderful. And whoever it is, whether it's me, someone else, it doesn't matter. Take what resonates with you, which will catalyze you forward that that you're like, yes, that's true for me. But not everything is going to be true for you necessarily, right? So just assess against yourself, like what really is true for you. Watch your power. Are you just handing it over to someone else? Or are you assessing, like, is this good for me? Is this relevant for me? Can I learn from this? All that sort of thing.